Show. Welcome back. I'm very happy to have two of our wonderful working writer panel with us today. That would be the lovely and funny Heidi Mastrogiovanni.
Hi,
welcome.
Hi, everyone.
And also the funny and action-packed Eric Ingram.
Yay! Well, hello.
Yeah, today we are going to be promoting our next two shows, which are filming next week, and they're going to be fun. We're already up to episode 5 and 6. What do you think of that, Eric?
Can you believe it? Rome wasn't built in a day. It just step at a time. What?
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, Heidi. Right. I mean, this is our first season. We're like halfway through it.
Yes,
it's time flies when you're having a blast.
That's
this
true.
is so great.
So true. So true.
I agree. It's great. And, well, so our next two episodes, obviously we don't want to talk too much about the subjects, but maybe you could just give me an idea of if these apply to you, or, oh, of course they apply, but you think, general. Episode 5 is going to be about writing partners. What do you think, Eric? Have you written with somebody?
I have. Actually, I have. I've done 2, and I might jump into a 3rd here pretty soon. You know what? I know writing is a solo thing. You know, we all in the room doing our thing. You know, by ourselves, creating by ourselves. But actually, sometimes if you, especially with a good partner, now, especially if they can do something that you can't or you're not as good at, when you go back and forth, it's like, wow, why didn't I start out this way? You know, sometimes it can be really and you can get more done. Actually, you can write more.
That's faster. Yeah. Heidi, do you find that way too?
Absolutely, and I do think it's especially helpful when you have the right partner when you're writing comedy, because you have a built-in audience.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, you can bounce everything off. Well, that's cool. And you've worked, obviously, with multiple, probably, writers.
Yeah. Yeah, the current project we're producing and writing together, and it's just great to have them. It's just so much fun.
That's cool. Yeah, me too. I think everyone actually on the panel has worked with a writing partner at different times. I'm always happy to work with somebody.
I know, right? Half the load. Take half the load. Go on.
Yeah. No, you do it. You're good. No. And then episode 6 is going to be writing on a budget, which really doesn't mean like my budget, but on the producer's budget, right?
Right.
That's sort of what we do all the time.
All the time.
Right.
Different budgets. There's always a budget.
Exactly. Actually, everything kind of. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. What do you say?
Oh, I was gonna say everything kind of starts from. From when we're outside of it, it's kind of like just create the idea. But once you're inside, it's like, well, how much is this, and how much am I writing? What kind of story am I writing? How big can I go? So it's a big part of it.
Big part of it. Well, and I think one of the things a lot of aspiring screenwriters would like to know is how you write to a budget and what kind of things make or break your budget. So I think we should talk about that too. Don't you think, Heidi?
Oh.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is a very important consideration, again, because it's a collaborative effort. You have to have budget in mind all the time, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Eric? Well, Eric, you write a lot of action. How do you write action on a budget?
Good question. You know what? It really gets to, is it needed or is it not?
Right.
Really,
so not that.
In a nutshell, is really like, do I need 3 explosions, or can I just have the car crash into another?
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's what it is.
It is. I was writing a contained thriller. It's in pre-production, so I'm hoping it'll film this year. But I got to have a car crash in it. I was like, yeah. Because it's contained, you know? I'm like, I get a car crash? Wow! It's fun. It's very fun.
That is, right. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Well, I think both of those shows are going to be great. And I'm looking forward to what... I learn a lot from our shows, too. I mean, it's nice to learn more and hear everybody's stories.
Absolutely.
No, very inspiring group you have here, and amongst other people. No, really, I'm not just saying that because I'm here. I'm saying it because when I hear I hear other people's stories. I'm like, yeah, that's right, and it just makes me want to go like, let me get to the laptop right now.
Exactly. Well, because of you, Eric, I'm like, I got to write a short. I've got a lot of ideas to be great as a short film. I'm going to write a short film, put it on Inktip. I'm putting it out there.
Do that. Really, it just changed everything. It just because I have, and we all, and all of us do. I'm sure we all have like big ideas and lots of ideas we write down on little scrap papers and all that kind of stuff, right? But some of them just aren't movies. They're not. They don't have the. They won't have enough meat to them. But you can make it a good, intense 10-page movie. Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm going to work on. I think you need as many opportunities out there for people to find you and find your work. So,
absolutely.
You know, got a free night, write that short film.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, now here's one for you. This is a question from our audience, our loving, adoring audience.
This is actually audience, yes.
Yeah. This is a buddy of ours, David Bryant, from the Pro Series alumni, and he writes thrillers, and he wants to know if it is common for LA-based screenwriters, or probably any writer that would consider themselves a full-time writer, if at times you need another source of income. What do you say, Eric?
Well, the answer is yes. Especially if you have, I mean, obviously if you have a family, that's a whole different thing. So you gotta take care of your responsibilities in that manner. But I think it's really, if you really sit down and think about how much do you actually write, you know what I mean? Like actually the time typing away, working on characters, plot, subtext, working on all that stuff. It's probably really on a good day, it's probably about 6 to 8 hours. About roughly 6 to 8 hours. Okay, so if you have that. And you try to but in that time you can also split that time up. See, that's what I had to learn. It doesn't necessarily have to be 8 straight hours. It may have to be 4. Then you go work and you come back and do another 4. So it's just something I had to learn. But yeah, no, if you need to do it, do it. But also whatever time you say that, okay, I'm writing from 10 to 2 on Saturday, make sure you write 10 to 2 on Saturday.
You have to be very disciplined. Well, I agree. I think this is a freelance business, right, Heidi? Writing, you're not going to get paid all the time.
Exactly, and we've talked about how you have to look at this in the long run, in the long term. You're a business, and you have to have cash flow, and you have to figure out the best way to do that for your specific life that will sustain your writing over the years. It's not just an overnight success thing. That kind of almost never happens.
Right.
What's going to be the best for you to support your writing for the long term?
Right. Well, even if you have you have one script that might pay you $100,000 that one year, you can't guarantee that next year. So you've got to figure that out, right?
And my best advice from my own experience, I swear to you guys, would be when you get that $100,000 script, treat yourself to something wonderful and invest the rest of it. Get yourself some mailbox money so you can really focus on writing.
Yeah.
It's a business. Invest in it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
I agree. Well, and it's also another thing that we all write full time, but we take a variety of jobs.
Oh yeah.
to make that that money level out.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
That's very important. I think everything Heidi said, I just think it's so important that because if as a writer you kind of need your spiritual side kind of clear, So if you're worried about if you got a stack of bills on your shoulders, it's hard to focus. It's hard.
Hard. That's hard. It's not good for the creative mind, right?
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
Although it will make you write a movie in a weekend.
We all need motivation. It's like, ooh, what time is it? I need to go. Right. Well, I think the other thing is we take a lot of jobs. You have money in the pipeline, but you can't guarantee when you're going to get paid.
Yep.
Either.
Very true.
Yep.
Very true. I think that's another kind of little snippet that you don't see in Variety when someone makes a sale of when they actually get that money.
Yes.
You know, that's a whole different. You know, I remember hearing I think the guy who wrote Snow White and the Huntsman, Evan.
Oh, right.
Dorn.
Yeah.
Right. I just heard him talk, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, I wrote. I mean, I made the sale, but I was still kind of sleeping on my friend's couch for a couple months."
Right.
It didn't, you know, until they probably start the production process, the pre-production process. They're not really don't.
Or
don't
sometimes
have that.
filming. Sometimes it's principal photography.
Yep.
Right.
You know, it's all different things, right? It could be step deal, which would be the studios would do, so you get some money up front.
Right.
But
Right.
well, that's good. So, Dave, keep that J job until you have bank. You know, you got that bank, and then you.
Thanks.
Right.
And I think as a writer, it's also cool to use your writing skills other ways. I also write romantic suspense novels. Like I based one on a script. So if you can,
Wonderful.
you can find ways.
What was the name of that great novel? What was the name of it again?
Oh, you're funny. Oh, but I will tell you. Thank you, Eric.
Yes, please.
Yes, it's called Scarlet Revenge by Anne McGuinness.
Great title.
Available now on Amazon.
Right. Right. Get it in there. Get it in there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we're going to be coming back for our next 2 episodes very soon. It'll be next Thursday. Whatever that date is, I will put it in here.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
And we offer all our great fans to subscribe. There's a button down below. Subscribe and like us, and please join us again on Screenwriter Beat. And I'd like to have Eric say your goodbyes.
Bye-bye! A round of applause for everyone. Yay!
Yay.
I love that. Circle clap. Heidi.
A round of applause.
There you go. And Heidi, do you want to say
It's
goodbye?
great to be, and Eric, it's great to be with you. It's great to be with the audience. Thank you guys so much. See you soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See you guys, and keep writing.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!